5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, my Richies, and welcome back to another episode of the Sunday Strategy Sessions here on the Make Life Rich Movement podcast. My name is Sarah. I'm your host. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about why you deserve to find what your purpose is in life. This can sound really woo-woo. If you're already not in the mood for this today, then flick on to the interview from last week. There are two of them. They were amazing. You're going to love them. But if you do find yourself in a space where you're like, you know what, I'm ready to really sit down and get introspective here, then pull up a chair, my Richies, and let's get to it. I speak to so many entrepreneurs a month, and over the course of taping for the Make Life Rich Movement podcast, I've spoken to over 100 entrepreneurs, authors, thought leaders, small business owners. It's just nonprofit organizers, just every walk of life you can think of. And they all have one thing in common. They found out what their purpose was in life and they went for it. They dove head first into the thing that lit them up and made them feel alive, and they had no regrets in doing so. Now, that doesn't mean there wasn't some imposter syndrome along the way, which we'll get to, but I want to take today's episode to help you recognize how much it is your absolute birthright to go after your purpose in life. And most times, it's very intimately tied to the things you are most passionate about. I find that my purpose and my passion, when aligned, are, the times and the moments and the projects that just make life so much better. There's not only so much success, so much good vibes that go around for everyone to pick up on, but there is growth for those involved and for me. There are moments in life where you are going to find yourself really lit up and just feverish about working on something that, you really didn't think would inspire you in such a manner, or have you behaving in a way to where you're like, wow, I'm really doing this. I'm taking this idea and I'm walking through it to the other end and I'm allowing it to be important to me. And just that action alone, the allowance of you and yourself coming together and letting yourself just feel that this idea that you've accepted is important, and you can put effort and energy into it because you deserve it. I dove headfirst into entrepreneurship, and it was one of those things where I kind of didn't have a choice, / I was very excited to do so. I graduated into the 2008 recession. I was hired by a law firm for 6 months, and I was their last hire, so I was their first fire. And jobs that were typically available for college students were given to 30-year-olds with mortgages. Jobs that were typically for 30-year-olds with mortgages were given to 40-year-olds with children. And the whole scheme was just completely upside down. The scales were absolutely out of balance, and people that were just graduating college had to get scrappy, and you had to figure it out. Was entrepreneurship something I thought I may venture into in the future? To be honest, at the time, I really was so focused on getting into law school and becoming a chief of staff for some type of person in power that I could help change by keeping them organized and strategized. I realized there was so much more power that I had alone in helping hundreds and thousands of people over the last 15 years with just deciding to go for it and start the thing, start the business, write the book, start the project, create the club, clear the path and make a nature path for your community. There's just so many things that don't even have to be a business. They can just be something you allow yourself to enjoy and take authority over for it yourself. Now, when I was really leaning into finding my purpose, that came much later in life for me. I kind of let passion drive me through life for a while, jumping lanes, getting off the highway, getting back on. It wasn't until I got a bit older that I knew that, I'm good at things, but if it's not aligned with my purpose in life, it's going to fall flat and I'm going to get bored and I'm going to want to differentiate and try new things. I'm absolutely a person that enjoys just too many things. I'm a multipassionate individual. I'm a manifesting generator, which makes so much sense for the fact that I'm absolutely obsessed with the things I'm obsessed with. And they change and they grow and they expand and they disappear within seconds and months and weeks of each other. So it's only to say that if you yourself find yourself in a place where you're hopping and jumping from the things that excite you, that's okay. Let it guide you. Let your flow state that's taking you through these places of joy and passion, you're going to sail down that lazy river and you're going to find that moment where you're like, ding, 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 this right here I'm into. Whatever this is, I'm excited by. Let's pull over. Like, let's marinate a little bit on this. Like, what is this that's lighting me up, that's allowing me to work effortlessly, that's making me feel like I have a reason for all of the experience that I've had in life. It was to lead up to this very moment where I discover, oh my gosh, this is why I was put here. This is meant for me. This is my purpose. I also encourage you to find the moments where you're doing something you love and you start to talk yourself out of it. Stephen Pressfield wrote a book called Do the Work, and within it, he talks a lot about resistance. And he has a quote that I'm going to just chop up loosely here, but the moments in which you find the most resistance in your life for a certain thing is the time that you must bust through that resistance to get to the other side, because that's where your life's purpose lies. This is where the culmination of your experience, your passion, your work, your characteristics, your personality, your mindset, your neuro pathways, all of this is coalescing to get you to this exact space where you accept and allow yourself to believe that you are allowed to and absolutely do have a purpose on this planet that may exist out of the job you see yourself with right now, that may exist outside of the confines that you've been living within. There could be maybe just a complete mind shift that is going to lead you to your purpose. Maybe it's you turning down a job that you kind of felt squeamish about because it didn't feel right, because there's something better around the corner for you. Purpose manifests itself in so many beautiful ways, but the ways in which it's always come for me has been the moments where I feel peace, homeostasis. There is a level of peace and safety and freedom that is just like bubbling inside of me, where I feel one with everything around me. Getting to that place took a lot of time. It took a lot of heartache. It took a lot of suffering. It took a lot of failing. It took a lot of pivoting, reframing, iterating how I move forward. But the beauty of that was that I was doing all of this in the time and the pace and directions and the changing of the directions that were best for me. I wasn't listening to someone, an authority figure, a boss, a parent, telling you what they think you should be doing based on this, that, and the third. We're breaking the confines of what society is telling you is what you're supposed to do. And in you giving yourself the only like mic in the world to tell you what you're going to do with your life so that you can live that outward and show the world who you are. You are no longer in a place where you are being told how to be, told how to exist, told how to work, told how to live. You are in a place where you know and believe that you can build the exact life that you are looking for. And it starts by looking for, identifying, and then honoring your purpose. Now, for me, my purpose came, literally out of 15 years of work and avoiding knowing that I wanted to help people find who they are meant to be inside. My skill sets are in finding the very special things about people and telling them about it and showing them that this is their special gift. This is their skill, this one thing in life that they were put here for, that's going to help them live a full and complete life doing the thing they love because they found their purpose. In accepting that my gift was helping to find the magic in people and helping them to accept that this is what they were put here for, giving them the autonomy to believe in themselves, helping them to adjust their self-worth and their self-love and reverse what they've been programmed to believe they have to do based on effort and discipline and work output. Just the pure acceptance that you and you alone in your existence and you just breathing alone is enough is where shit gets real. and it gets fun and it gets crazy, and you begin to be able to truly call in exactly what you're looking for within a very quick period of time. And it starts with identifying your purpose, and it starts with accepting your purpose, and it starts by moving out of your own way. For me, I had to move out of my way. It was really difficult, and it's still a little difficult for me to let go of the 15 years of business strategy and PR and digital marketing and branding and copy that I have inside of me. And, I am continually wanting to help people with their business. I see someone, I'm out and I'm shopping, I'm like, oh my God, you should try this, or blah, 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 blah. And I am in a place now where I am taking on clients where I just really love what they're doing, and I want to help them start from the ground up on the right foot. I've also taken all of the years of work that I've had, and to make myself feel better about it, am selling it in the contents of a $100 course that has everything you need to get your purpose and your idea off of the ground, with strategy and income producing activities and email marketing and branding and customer journey mapping, like all of the things that make a business flow and operate, but doing so with the purpose and the mission and the why of your business at the forefront. So you never deviate away from your authentic way of delivering what exactly it is that you do. It's currently on sale during our summer sale and is retailed at $2,500. So to get it for $99 is, wow, just like do it, okay? You need it, you deserve it. You have every green flag in front of you right now to just get up and run ahead and do the thing that you knew you were put here to do. And if it involves a business and you need help getting that puppy off the ground and running, click the only link in the show notes and it's going to take you right to the summer sale. I hope this conversation was helpful. If you find yourself in a space where you're literally like, I have no idea what my purpose is, I have no idea what my passions are, DM me. Let's chat. As I said, it's my favorite thing, and I think we could get to the bottom of at least what lights you up, and then that is a beautiful place to start, so you can keep contemplating on this over time. Your purpose is not something that may jump out at you immediately. It may take years, as it did for me. But there are always going to be inklings along the way, and you're going to feel that in your heart. You're going to know that flow in your brain. You're going to feel the symbiosis with those around you and the environment that you're in when you're in this place of purpose and passion interlining. And I hope that you work your life in a way that allows you to feel that way always, because it is your divine right. It is what you were put here for. It's what we were all put here for. And I hope that you are brave enough to take it, because, again, it's literally waiting just for you, as it is your and your purpose alone. My Richies, it means so much to me to have you tune in every week. We have an amazing interview coming up for you this Tuesday. We are speaking with a chef and rancher that is completely regenerating the way that she does her business. And I say that a little tongue in cheek. And then we have another beautiful episode coming up this Thursday. I just am so excited for all these beautiful conversations that we're having, and I hope that you're loving them too. And if you are, it would mean the world to me, for you to rate and review this show, whether you're watching it on YouTube or on Spotify. You also have the ability to leave me a comment on every episode on Spotify as well as YouTube. And as always, my Richies, make life rich.